Papa was born Miguel Jose Rodriguez on July 5th, 1883 in San Jose, Costa Rica. He was the second of 4 children, Pina, Miguel, Rodrigo, and Josefa. His father's name was Miguel Rodriguez. His mother was Angela Vega. She died when Papa was 13 years of age. Mama was born Marcelina de Jesus Mata Campos on April 5, 1885, in Cartago, Costa Rica. She was one of 7 beautiful sisters and 3 brothers. Her father was Baltasar Mata and was probably in agriculture. Her mother was Micaelina Campos. They were good Castilian family, refined, religious, but not wealthy. Mama was 22 years old in 1907 when she married Papa, who was 24 years of age and working for a shoemaking company. Then the family started. The firstborn son, Miguel Angel, arrived on August the 16th, 1909. A baby girl, Odilie Josefina, was born on June the 8th, 19 which began a succession of little girls. Carmen Trinidad was born on February 2nd, 1913. By 1914, Papa was operating a business of his own. Luz America joined the family on January 26, 1915. In 1916, Papa joined the police department, becoming a lieutenant, but he continued his shoemaking business also. Alicia Antonia was born on March 10th, 1917. Internal strife. Got your attention now, right? I've lost my place. Internal strife had begun in Costa Rica. The government was overthrown by the Tanico brothers in 1917, and a revolution broke out which lasted about 2 years. Another baby girl, Daisy, was born on August the 5th, 1918. At age 35 in 1918, Papa was forced to go into exile in Panama after being falsely accused of assassinating Fernandez Güell, the publisher and owner of the newspaper called La Información. Later, Papa was vindicated of this charge when the assassin was found to be Colonel Patrocinio Araya. Well, how am I doing so far? In Panama, Papa found work in a shoemaking factory again. On June 26, 1919, Aide Elsa de Jesus became the newcomer. The family then joined their father the same year, remaining in Panama about a half a year. Papa's golden dream had been to take his family to the United States. So after saving a sum of money for the trip, he had passports made up for everyone with New York City as their destination. Mama had contracted a strain of yellow fever while in Panama. Fell sick aboard ship, and the Immigration Department of Health prohibited the family's entrance to the United States. When the ship docked in Havana, Cuba, they were forced to leave the ship, where they settled into the Hotel Perla de las Antillas for 2 weeks while Mama was under medical care, hoping to continue their voyage to the United States. Mama's health worsened. Money was running out very quickly with this large family, and Papa's plan to reach the U.S. was given up temporarily. He was compelled to look for work and a new home for his family in Cuba and start all over again. They settled in a town called La Salud, which means health, and providentially, Mama's health was recovered there. A friend lent Papa some money, which he used to start a shoe business, and in 5 years, he had developed a very prosperous shoe business and acquired a vast number of good friendships. Papa became well known and respected for establishing youth centers for young men in the town, developing sports, teaching boxing and other recreational skills. There were many pleasant meetings held in the family's porch from which races were staged running from town to town. Papa also had a bicycle rental area for boys and girls to borrow bicycles and had bike races. He organized carnivals which lasted 3 days, where he had knife and dollar games, ring toss, kite building contests, etc. He was extremely inventive and imaginative and had the reputation for being a Pied Piper. In the Círculo Familiar, a social center, he organized dance exhibitions and was called El Maestro. He struck a very handsome and stately figure as Mama accompanied him on the floor with the waltz and the foxtrot. He taught the townspeople the tango and the foxtrot, which was new to them. Mama was beautiful and demure, wearing clothes made for her by a dressmaker. An abundance of lace, a slight train to her gown, cream colors and pastels, her girdle nipped in her waist, and she wore a rose at her bosom. Her hair was black, her complexion fair, her cheeks a natural pink. She was not an exotic type, but a delicate beauty. She chose for her colors lilac, pale green, or yellow. After a miscarriage, she became pregnant again, and on April 28, 1922, another baby girl, Vidalia Mercedes, was born. 2 years later, on February 7, 1924, a baby boy, who one day would become the handsomest man in the world, or so he tells everyone, was born Franklin Ricardo Rodriguez. But handsome or not, he was the last of the children born of this young immigrant family. Papa's ambition to move his family to New York continued. He wanted his children to enjoy the benefits and opportunities to be found in the U.S., but some friends from Costa Rica advised him not to go immediately to New York City with his young family because of the bitter winters. They suggested New Orleans because of its better climate, its Latin background, and easier transition. He followed their advice, but he never reached New York. They left Cuba headed for New Orleans on the SS Chalmette and arrived in New Orleans on April 24th, 1924, 60 years ago. Look at them, our aunts and our uncles, immigrants who have accomplished themselves in many directions. We have among them who have owned and operated their own businesses, teachers whose dedication and service have been recognized as being of the highest caliber, and even a PhD among them. A politician in the city's zoning field, well respected by all, and certainly great producers. Look at us. They deserve a hand. Micaelina Campos. They were good Castilian family.